So, can we talk about the feminine awakening that's been going on for the past couple of years? Because unless you've been asleep in the closet, you can't help but have noticed the uptick, the bubbling up, the rise in women's voices across this planet. One of my favorite spirit guides, the amazing Empress Eleni from Ethiopia, and the Archangel Jophiel have been talking to me and downloading messages about the awakening of the feminine divine, about the need for us as a planet to right the unbalance of feminine and masculine energies in the world. So, again, I've been scribing these messages for a couple of years for a book that we are doing together, The Angels and Spirits and myself. But I really found the need to share these and get them out in the world lately, because you cannot turn on the news. You just cannot look at the internet without seeing how relevant this information is. So I've begun this series of videos on the feminine awakening to share some of the messages that I've been receiving. So today, this one is about just the general need for the feminine awakening. And this message is from the Empress Eleni. It is time for women to assume their rightful place in this world. The chaos you are now experiencing is the result of the feminine and masculine energies being out of balance. Without balance, there can be no peace. The unrest of millions cannot continue to go unheard, unrecognized, or understated if true peace is to be achieved. The time is now. The collective consciousness of female energy is rising, but the vibration must be higher for the change you need to be realized. Feminine energy is that of calm, peaceful nurturing. Feminine energy finds its strength in its softness, gives birth to big ideas and important alliances. Men recognize the strength of women through their beauty and their creative power of their sex. Men recognize that without women, they cease to exist. This is why the egos of the dark few have used power to shame and de-escalate the power of the feminine energy. They use her sex, her form, her mind against her in order to relegate her useless, to quiet her power, and shame her into submission. It is time to raise the vibration of the feminine energy. It is the only way to push back the darkness that man has unleashed. So says the light. Wow. Every time I read that, I get goosebumps. Powerful, powerful stuff. But if you're sitting there thinking, okay, that's cool, powerful and everything, but what am I supposed to do with all that information? I want you to know what the angels are saying, that in order for our vibrations to be raised high enough for the balance of feminine and masculine energy in this world, we have to begin with ourselves. We need every bit of energy we can gather in order to right this imbalance. And so you start by falling in love with yourself. That goes for men and women alike. Because remember, we all have both energies, masculine and feminine. So for men, it is letting the feminine energy in you come into balance. Allow that soft, nurturing, loving side, the side that wants to create alliances, to be partnered with your strength, the side that goes forward and makes those alliances happen, to understand, to recognize the worth and equality of women. But for women, this job falls on us, and it's a tougher task, because for so long we have been relegated to the lower class, and our worth and respect has been stripped away. So how do you begin? You begin by falling in love with yourself. You begin by doing the work necessary to understand your own worth, that your voice, your opinion, your very being matters. You do the work to understand that if I respect myself, then I demand and command respect in the outside world. By falling in love with yourself, you begin to raise that nurturing, loving energy first for yourself, And then that energy is put out into the world. And like energy attracts like energy. And then the collective consciousness has been raised. The collective energy of the feminine has been raised enough to bring us back into alignment and bring our world back into that loving, peaceful place that the divine intended. So think about what you heard today. Share the video if you think it's going to help someone else, and begin the work of falling in love with yourself. I'm going to be exploring these topics of feminine awakening and other topics through these videos, sharing with you more angel insights. But until then, remember that for one love, one light, for that to happen, you have to understand that you are loved and you are loved.